One thing. Does University of Miami have a chance to get James Williams?
Definitely do have a chance.
Welcome to South Florida. Yeah. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida.
When you on the field, is it pregame? Like, is it ever? Are you ever afraid? Do you ever feel fear, or do you ever feel pressure?
Nervous.
You ever feel pressure?
Not one bit.
None of that.
No.
Who's been your tough defender? Like, who's guarded you tough?
Yeah, who's the toughest person to play?
I don't see nobody.
I knew this. Nobody. He was gonna give it the damn hood.
That's what I'm for. I'm a playmaker. I love receiving. I love to catch the ball. I love to go over people's head.
Yeah.
So I just got to do what I do.
University of Miami, they land you, and then they land the number one. We call him football player, number one player in the nation, James Williams.
Yeah.
Both playing the same position, right? How do you envision that working? Are they telling you how that's gonna work, or?
Well, I feel like me and James two different safeties. And I'm more of the ball hogging safety. He's more of the rangy playing, like you couldn't say like in the box, but like the striker position, strong safety.
Right.
And I'm more of the free safety. So I already know in practice that's gonna just build great competition. And when the game comes, it's gonna be easy.
Guess what's
So
up?
I know we go hand in hand because it's like we're the same person.
Right.
So he has like his strengths and weaknesses, and I have my strengths and weaknesses. And we're gonna he can feed off of me, learn how to, I guess, be more of the free safety, and then I can learn off of him, be more of like a closer to the box safety.
Right.
So like we just gonna make each other better.
Yeah, James played free safety. He won a free safety. He was big on that. But James don't never be back at free safety. James be closer to the line than linebacker sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But that's
just him helping his team win.
That's his chess. Yeah, that's him playing chess with the team. I told him to get. I covered James since he was that big, bro. I've known him all his life.
I just feel like every time it's just man on man. If he wins the battle, then that goes to play. He doesn't break on the run, or if this person like doesn't take that step, or certain things. I feel like you beat your man every play, and you got the best chance to stop any team, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5-star. Lean loyalty. 6'12", 276 pounds.
Yeah. After that, I just started doing tackles after tackle.
Yeah, the first play was like a tackle for loss, like 6.
Yeah.
Dog, they didn't touch you, like.
Like they did.
Explain to me, dog. Like, what is that about? Like, how do they not? You 6'5", 300 pounds. Is it something? Is it a swim rule? Is something you do? Like they don't see you? You're teleporting? What's going on?
I'm too fast for long.
They don't realize you that fast when the game starts. Like
I'm gonna be the best player on the field. Like I just gotta show the world. Like I'm the true 50. I'm the next 56 up. The next. I'm gonna just go crazy this year. Like show people like wow at 56. Like show them like I want to take care of my mom. I want to put in a big house, stupid cars, big pool in the backyard. Put on for my brothers, my nieces and nephews, like coaches. I think all of them boys for like having me here at this like position that I'm in now, cause like it took hard work and dedication. Without all of them to guide me in the right path, I wouldn't be here today. So I think all of them for like helping me out. Like, yeah.
It's gonna take 3 motherfucking days, and that's what?
Big time players step up in big games. All the criticize and all that is over, baby. Big time players step up in big games.
What's good, man? What's good, man? What's good? What's going on, man? 786-459-499. If you want to get down with IOD Squad, been trying to figure out how to invest, don't know what the squiggly lines mean. Every day, IOD Squad. We're in the Neo play right now as we speak, holding it to the night. Every day, IOD Squad, man, jump in there with us, talk about crypto, NFTs, stocks. Text us 786-459-499. Or I'm going to drop the link in the comment section. What's going on, man? How your day been going, man? It's a somber day, dogs. It's a somber day. It's a somber day. First of all, man, we're going to interview Toledo Officer Lineman Lavel Dumont. Hope I'm pronouncing the big man name right, man. Dog 6'4", 3 something. Hope I'm pronouncing his name right. Dog big. We're going to interview him, man. He jumped in the portal. I'm going to ask him why he cut his dreads. High school. Also, man, somber day, man, today, man. Somber day, man. You know, University of Miami, little dude, Jayalan Knighton Rooster jumps in the portal. We'll talk about that a little later. Let's see. Somber day. So right now, only the villains could comment in a second. In a second, only the football villains will be able to comment. Y'all know how we do it. You got to get to 70% likes, and then we'll open up the comments for everybody. Because I know y'all be wanting to throw some crazy questions out here, ask some questions to these kids that's in the transfer portal, because it's new and everybody trying to figure out how it works. Yeah, everybody's trying to figure out how it works. And we got a nice, intelligent young man in here who already got his degree, who knows a lot about it, and he gonna talk about it. Gonna bring him in here in a second. Let's see, dog. 1, 2, 3. Might have a couple more dudes popping here with me. Kyle, Mitch, Medi. I don't think X coming in here. X at Tootsie somewhere probably. So listen, man. So we got to get the likes to 70% likes. That's on y'all. If not, the football villains will be the only ones that can comment. Drop a few of them football villain emojis. And shout out to our sponsor, Sean Rounds, man. Shout out to our sponsor, Sean Rounds, man. So we got to get the name of your church, man. We're gonna just have your church sponsor the show, man. Shout out to Sean Rounds and Tabernacle, sister of the poor, once Joshua Catholic. No, he can't be Catholic. Christian, Jesus for life church. Shout out to Sean Rounds with the $25, bro. Hey, Streeter, can you tell Mario to go out to Isaac Brown? All right, we're gonna pull Lavel. We're gonna pull Lavel in here in a second, man. I hope Lavel ready. But big man, what's going on?
What's up with you, coach? How you doing?
What's going on, man? See, you got the phone. You got the phone the long way, man, so you can look big on the screen. Huh? Oh, you look huge right now.
No, I'm just big in general.
So what's going on? How much you weigh now, bro? You 6'4", how much?
312.
312?
Slimming down.
You was class of 2018, right?
Yes, sir.
You coming out of high school, you had dreads. You were from Tampa, Florida?
Yes, sir. Tampa, Florida. I had dreads. Top 75 offensive tackle in my class.
Yeah. You was top 75?
Yes, sir.
So you had dreads. When you cut your dreads off?
I just cut it off this past year. I pledged Q-Dog. I'm making sci fi. Are you?
Oh, so you just cut them off?
Yes, sir. This past spring.
You just cut them off? Oh, okay. So listen, man, you've been there what? You've been on the field what? 3 years, 4 years?
Yes, sir. I've been at Toledo 5 years. Well, going into my 5th year next year.
You'll be going into your 5th year.
But I'm in the port. Yes, sir.
Yeah. and you decided to jump into the portal. That thought process of going into the jumping into the portal, was it scary? Like, what was the thought process on that?
So I know my experience in the portal is gonna be different than other people. So like going into it, my mindset was I know what I put on film. Film don't lie. So like it is what it is. I'm going into this knowing that there's a possibility I'm not gonna get picked up. But if you know what you put on film is good, it ain't no worry about it. Like it ain't nothing to worry about. Like you know somebody gonna want you.
Right. So it's like just jumping in on faith, because you're not allowed to talk to any of the coaches. You're not allowed. We ain't even going down that road. You ain't allowed to contact nobody. Nobody allowed to contact you. So you basically jump in on faith for the most part.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And I think that's the problem nowadays. Dudes thinking like, hey, I could jump in here because my name was good in high school. If you've been in college 3 years and you ain't got no film, you jumping in with nothing. That ain't practice film can only get you so far. Like, you know what I'm saying? It can only get you so far.
So you ain't never lied. So I forgot they do got practice film, huh? So what would you say to somebody thinking about jumping in the portal now and they haven't really played yet? They got 3 years left. You know what I'm saying? They have no film. You don't think that's a good idea?
I think it's not a good idea because you missing out on the fact that if you ain't get your degree yet, you went to school for the wrong reason, and then you ain't even finished what you supposed to be using them for. At that point, they used you, got nothing out of you, and you ain't getting nothing out of them.
Right. So you graduated already, right?
Yes, sir. Graduated with my bachelor's in communications.
So you basically all just so wherever you land at, you all just football. You going to go get your master's? How did that work out?
Yeah, so I started my master's program at Toledo already, business administration. And then I'll be able to start my master's wherever I end up.
Yeah. What you majored in?
Business, getting my business administration with a concentration on leadership.
Business administration with a concentration on leadership. Speaking of leadership, you won something called a Musil Award. Pronounce it for me, man. Musil.
Yeah, it's a Musil Award. Yes, sir. It's a humanitarian award. It's a humanitarian award. It's given out to it's a national award. It's all over the country. Olympians have won it. Like the year I went, Wayne Gretzky won the national award that year. And I got to meet Wayne. I chopped it up with him. So it was smooth though, but it's definitely something like I didn't know it was that big until that, because it come out every day on Christmas, and it's a national award. It's in St. Louis. They flew me out. I got to meet like all the other people that won awards, and it's some crazy stories out there though.
How do you get selected for it?
So it's like good acts of not like sportsmanships or just acts in the community. So my story was I befriended a little kid named Winter Kinsley. He ended up, I just was driving, pulled over on the side of the road, ended up chopping it up with him, played catch with him a little bit, and then he ended up having a heart disease, and it was during COVID. So when he moved there, he moved to a school and he wasn't allowed to attend school like in person. So his mom ended up contacting me. She invited me to come attend his birthday party. I went up there on it, and then I invited all my teammates to come and attend his birthday party, and it ended up being a good time. And the story ended up getting out, catching on the news, and it became national news. Gabrielle Union was commenting on it, talking about the story. I was trying to slide on a little bit. She wasn't going for it. D-Wade, got her on lock a little bit.
You tried to slide, dog. You know Gabrielle Union weighed about 120 pounds.
Hey, that face pretty,
That boy say he tried to slide. So the story got out there and they ran with it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh man, that's what's up. Yeah, I was doing my research on you, man, and I saw that. I was like, what is that? The Musil Award? Like, what's going on? I think you froze for us for a second. Let me see. Is that him or me? Let's see if we can get him. Let's see if we can get him back. You back? You back?
Yo. Yeah, I'm good.
We can hear you. Yeah, you good. You good. You good. So,
yeah, I'm good.
What school's looking at you?
So I talked to today alone. I got offered by Georgia State. I talked to Syracuse, Marshall, Georgia Southern, Sam Houston State, USF, FIU. I've been talks with Miami. They still got to get back to me though on certain things, like on the academic side of things. I talked to Stanford, Cal, but yeah, it's just been all over the place. I've talked to all the HBCUs because I respect my HBCUs. You know, there's room for them to grow. So you know what I'm saying.
Who you talk to from Miami?
Coach Mario, not Mario Cristobal.
Mirabal.
Coach Mirabal.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Coach Mirabal. Yeah, he the O-line coach. He looked at your. So what you did? How you got in touch with him?
I knew him from high school. He recruited me when he was at Marshall.
Okay.
And then he went to Oregon, and he went to Miami with Coach Cristobal. Also, my granddad played at the U. Greg Brown, he was a captain. Played middle linebacker. He also got me in touch with him as well.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You started how many years at Toledo?
2 years.
You started.
We played Ohio State. I played Ohio State this past year and Notre Dame the year before. One season was at tackle and one season was at guard.
You play Ohio State beat y'all bad?
I don't know what you're talking about, Coach. I don't know what you're talking about.
How you did in that game? How you felt you did in that game? Because them type of game they're going to look at. You know what I'm saying?
I felt I did good. I felt like I held my own. It didn't feel like I was misplaced there at all. I felt like I was right where I needed to be.
So before we let you get out here, so you jumped in the portal because you feel like what? You feel like you want to play on a higher level, or you feel like you just need another change of scenery? Or what was the reason?
So I feel like I can showcase my talents better somewhere else. And then my time at Toledo, I feel like I was done. I feel like I accomplished everything I want to accomplish. We won the MAC championship this past year. Everybody I came in with is either done with school or done with football. So I think it's just time for me to move on and find another fit. I do want to showcase myself on a bigger stage, but, you know, I'm just open to anything.
Right. What do you say to people that say this? Hey, man, in this day and age, video fly around like they'll find you anywhere if you can play. What do you say to people that say that?
Yeah, that's true, but it's also like you just guessing. The same thing you were saying with faith going into the portal. You got to have faith that will pick me up at a smaller school or a D2 school. You know what I'm saying? But if I know, say for instance, I get the chance to go to the University of Miami, they're gonna be able to look at me a lot easier there with all 32 teams coming throughout camp and throughout the season than if I go to small school and I only get two coaches that come through.
Right. They be there. They be there every game. They be there in practice. They be there every game. Even though Miami wasn't even winning, they be there 3, 4, 5 at a time. You right. You right about that, bro. So man, anything you want to let the people know about yourself before you get out of here, bro?
Man, I just want the people to know, like, I'm coming to lead wherever I go to, wherever I get the chance to go to. I'm trying to come to lead. I'm trying to lead by example and also by off the field and on the field. I'm trying to bring the community service out, make sure the people good in whatever city I'm at. And I also want to make sure that the coaches know I'm coming to try and like change the culture or go along with the culture wherever I'm at. If it's a winning culture, I want it to continue to be a winning culture. If it's a losing culture, I want it to grow and be a winning culture. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's what's up. But so you play most of your time at Toledo. You play guard or tackle?
I say majority tackle.
Yeah. What you want to
play?
But
I think my chances in the NFL is at guard.
You think it's at guard?
Yes,
So you want to play guard at your next destination?
Yes, sir.
Who the best person you went up against? You remember his name in college? Who was the best dude you went up against?
The person I went up against. I'd say I played. He played like a Leo, like outside linebacker position at Notre Dame. I forgot his name. He supposed to be in the draft either this year or next year. Dude, good,
Who he play
athletic,
for?
6'6". Notre Dame, 6'6" dude.
How you did against him?
Oh, I did good. I held my own. I think he ended up with 1 sack, but that wasn't against me. I think it was on the other side.
You say he supposed to be he headed to the league?
Yes, sir. That's my goal. That's my plan. I ain't doing this for nothing.
You say you ain't doing it for that. It's always been a goal of yours, or you just starting to realize that it may be possible?
No, it's always been a goal of mine.
Y'all offensive coordinator, bro. I'm gonna cut you out here in a second. Y'all offensive coordinator this year. What's his name?
Coach Wiener?
Coach
Coach
Winter?
Robert Wiener?
Yeah, you like Coach Winter? Talk to us about Coach Winter, man. His name came up in a couple of jobs for a while. Why you laughing, man? Talk to us about Coach Winter, man.
Nah, Coach Wiener, my dude for real. Nah, that's my man. He was a head coach at Plant High School for a while. Powerhouse there, you know. I think he was
okay.
Yeah. They always went to the
okay.
States, but
yeah, I remember them. Yeah.
Yeah. He got a job at USF for a year, and then I think he went right back to Plant for like a couple of days. But nah, that's my man. He's good people, real good people. He very how I say it, like intellectual. He try and really talk to his players and get the best out of them.
You think that's a good trait to have?
Yeah, I mean, if you can't relate to the players or at least try and see where they're coming from, you're not going to do nothing with them. You can't ask them to go lay their life out on the line if you can't even ask them about their day.
Right. What you think about Deion Sanders, what he did for HBCUs and then jumping over to Colorado, man? What's your thoughts on that, man?
I put it like this: like you don't work so hard just to stay the same. Like you got to elevate at some point. You can't just stay the same all the time. I think he did what he had to do. He brought a lot of notice to the HBCUs. He brought in good players, and now he moved on to the next level. And he's trying to bring like more African American men to these schools or bring them to these opportunities that they wouldn't have had with an African American coach. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. All right, man. Listen, bro, I'm gonna follow you, man. You need anything, just hit us up, all right?
Appreciate y'all.
All right, man. Big Lavel Dumont, man. Listen, boy. I'm not gonna say well spoken, man, because that's what they say about us all the time. Intelligent young man, man. Intelligent young man. Mature young man too, bro. He know where he is. He know where he's going. I know he says he talked to Mirabal. Mirabal looked at his tape. He was kind of choppy on my end. Was y'all straight? Could y'all hear him? He was kind of choppy on my end. I hope that went through. I hope that took. Let's see. Woo. Okay, let's catch up a little bit. Shout out to KCG305. Ask him about the head coach of Toledo. I think guy Mario wanted at OC. Well, we asked him, dog. We definitely asked him. What y'all thought about Big Man, man? Big Man said his time was up at Toledo. Dropping some fire in the Footballville member section. If you're not a member, dog, become a member. Hit the join button. 1 second. Dropping some fire in the member section. I see my boy Rich in the comment section spelling likes with a Y. I'm gonna get to y'all questions, man. I see y'all got a couple questions. There you go. Charlie Hayes said, my little cousin plays with Quinn Mitchell. This is a shot brother. We need him. Oh, my little cousin plays with him. Okay, Quinn Mitchell. There's a couple of them dudes out there, man. I ain't even asking about, man. I asked them about Jaquez Stewart. I ain't even asking about my little dancing dude out of Northwestern, the cornerback. He played with a couple of them dudes, man. Huh? Now that I'm thinking about it. There we go. So in the member section, we just dropped some fine info in the member section. You agree? You want to say well? Shout out to Rashad Hand with the $4.99. Shout out to KC with the $10. Rashad Hayes with the $4.99. KC $10. And shout out to my big boy Sean Round. 183 in here, man. Let's see how many likes we got. Let's see if we can get this thing popping and open it up for everybody. Like I say, somber day today, man. Young Fort Lauderdale Hurricane Rooster jumps in the portal and man say screw our Rooster t-shirts, man. They got my dude want to give me a signed Rooster jersey. As soon as Rooster jumped in the portal, he hit me up, man. Come get his goddamn jersey. Soon as Rooster hit the portal, man, he hit me up, man. Say, man, come get this jersey, man. Hey. The portal, bro, is 1,000 kids have jumped in the portal, dog. 1,000. Somebody infamous roster put out what media members need to hit the portal. Wait a minute, dog. What? Oh man, dog. Man, I love the internet, dog. I love the internet. Man got a poll up. Oh man, I love the internet, dog. So we got 180 likes. Man, it's a lie. We got 75 likes and 180 viewing, man. So we not there yet, man. We're not there yet. So once we get to 70% likes, we'll open it up. Once we get to 70% likes, we'll open it up. Kyle, Meddy, hey y'all, check the messages, man. They was stuck. The message was stuck. They never went to y'all, bro. That's 2 days in a row. Y'all missed out on interviews. So let me read some of these things. So listen, man, we got a whole portal list, right? We have a whole portal list in the member section. In the member section, and we just scratching the names off as they go. And there was a couple of names on there that people was like, nah, he ain't jumping in the portal. But I've been saying for a while, listen, this portal is all fun and games until there's your guy in the portal. And I told y'all I was going to be some guys like that jump in the portal. I told you we were going to be the running back position. We were going to be, yeah. And it's all coming to fruition. But what I'm realizing is that the pickup of the guy from Michigan State who had a hand in them, who had a hand in them flipping their roster. He's just been sitting here, right? We ain't heard nothing from him because what I'm realizing is that you're going to have somebody to really manage your roster in this new college football. 1,000 kids in the portal, bro. 1,024 hours. 1,024 hours. It's more than 1,000 kids in the portal. That's in 24 hours. You're really going to have to manage. If you was in here for the interview, man, what's the interview? What was it? Was it clear? He was choppy on my end a little bit. All right, Street, you can't put no more kids on shirts. They flamed out. You a clown, man. You a clown, dog. You a clown, dog. You wrong for that, dog. You a clown, man. You a clown. You wrong for that, man. You are a clown for that, dog. I got a Julian say Julian say I got a feeling James is contemplating leaving. What Julian say? Cost Kane, shout out to Cost Kane with the $10, man. Dion, happy for him. You have to think about all the other black coaches he has taken with him to make more money. I mean, yeah, it's 1,000 different ways you can kind of look at the Dion thing, man. But at the end of the day, we saw him do something that nobody has been able to do. We witnessed it with our own eyes. In HBCU, we saw him turn that thing into a show. They became dominant, fast, and that thing was trending up. I think the job is for HBCUs is to learn how to figure out a way to keep them next time. That's what I believe. Figure out how you keep them next time. This man said, "What portal members need to hit the? What media members need to hit the portal?" Man, it's wild, man. Yeah, I think HBCUs, that's their job to figure out how do you keep them next time. You can't just always just sit there and wait till the bag come. Rich, what's going on, bro?
Yo, what's going on, man?
Chilling. Yeah, bro. I put the link in the group text, man, and it doesn't go through the first time. So I was thinking when some of y'all gonna pop in here, ask a few questions, and I always go back and it be like didn't go through. Yeah. So just answering a few questions, man. One of the biggest one of the day though is Jayalan Knighton. Shout out to Coach Hayes, says my fault Rooster left. Chris Young said,
why is that?
Chris Young said don't put no more kids on t-shirts, they all flame out.
Man, we had high hopes for Rooster, and we still do. As a matter of fact, we was talking about this earlier today. I feel like Rooster going to a place where they're going to utilize his talent is the best thing for him. Like,
yeah,
it's a blow. Like, I feel like the DT leaving was one thing. I mean, because we really needed him. But Rooster leaving is like, hometown kid. It's like, it's a blow. But at the end of the day, we want all the kids to do well. So if he can go to a program where they're going to utilize them in the passing game more and, give them, under 10 carries a game, but really utilize them in space, I'm all for it, because at the end of the day, you want to see him in the league. So, and vice
Oh
versa,
boy.
we're gonna get. What's up?
Go ahead. You finish?
Nah, I just thought you just got a text from somebody.
Nah, go on. Finish your
But
thought. You keep the portal is the gift that just keep giving.
well, I tell you what,
Go on,
man.
finish your thought, dog. Go on, finish your thought.
I just want to say, at the end of the day, we want kids to come back here having lived out their dream of going to the NFL. That way we make our interactions a lot more fun for the fans and for our members, and that's what it's all about.
You think that's
So
what it's
shout
all
out to
about,
him.
dog?
Yeah,
Huh?
can't wait to have him on Footballville 6-7 years from now after he done been in the league for a couple years.
Who, Rooster?
Yeah.
Breaking news. 13 minutes ago. My dog, Romello Brinson, has entered the portal.
I'm telling you, it's gonna hurt.
I got
This is
word
like
on this. I heard about this earlier today, bro. Like, I mean, wish little homie good luck, man. I believe he may. I believe he may learn from this.
Yeah.
And I hope he learned from this. I hope he get the lesson out of this. But yeah, bro, he's another one. We had him on the list. I mean, we had him on the list. Cloud have mercy. Huh? Earlier today, Twan sent me the video. Twan say, "Huh, man, might as well go and get the Romello real ready." I'm hurt, dog.
I hope he probably had that talk.
How many people don't left from my intro? One?
One so far, just Romello.
Just Romello?
I think you got a clip of Rooster in there?
Huh? No.
There you go, just Mello.
Wow.
But I once again, Mello is talented enough where he's gonna find another team. So that's the great part about it. And obviously, we need a lot of help at receiver. So we're putting ourselves in position to go get some of the nastiest, dudes in the game at receiver.
Yeah.
Just like USC did last year. Right.
Yeah. I'm hearing he just didn't feel it from the staff. Like he didn't feel that he just didn't feel it. That like I got the same thing from a kid I was helping 2 years ago in the portal. I told y'all this story. He had an interview with the coaches, and it was like he didn't feel it. He jumped out, left out the meeting, and then just went and said, "Street him in the portal." I said, "Boy, I told you not to get in the portal." Yeah, man, I talked to coach, man, and coach still wasn't talking right, man.
Hey, I'm gonna reiterate what Chris Young said. We don't need to make no cam shirts.
We don't need to make no what?
You don't need to make no cam shirts.
We got 106 likes, 228. We're trying to get to 70% likes, so we can get everybody in here. Breaking news: Romello Brinson has hit the portal, and I ain't even kept track, bro. Like how many kids done hit the portal. This is crazy. I'm trying to wrap my head around it. What do you say?
He says, "Just don't make no cam shirts, and we good."
Cam Kitchens? They're already being made. A t-shirt can't stop my dog Cam, dog. My dog Cam motivated, bro.
That's good to know.
I'm trying to wrap my head around this. Okay, so the smaller teams aren't going to be able to keep their kids, right? Any kid any kid that elevates at the smaller schools, right?
Yeah,
They're not going to be able to keep their ballers, but they will have access to kids that in the portal that they would never had a chance to recruit. So come on,
exactly.
put that in, make that make sense to me. What kind of system is that, Rich? I know Rich is gonna break it down to you. Like I remember when I was working at Cornell and we had a what. Explain that to me. Like, who benefits from that? Is there anything else that works like that?
I think you're gonna see a lot of parity in college football, and I would say anytime you become specialized, like when you become specialized in your career, when you become a surgeon, when you become an engineer, when you become a lawyer or whatever, and you leave from one practice to another, um, just the way the feeder pattern works is changing. So let's take law for example. With law, you get a lot of people who go to law school, then in order to not have to survive the grind of basically being, self-employed,
Mm-hmm.
you take like a public defender position, right? And after being a public defender, you have some people who go straight into politics, and then you have some that join, a firm, Bogans, Mungs, and whatever, right? And Brzezinski, Rabinowitz, whatever. And
Right.
and from there, you kind of start your own firm. So I think the same thing is happening where we saw an old feeder pattern
Uh-huh.
where you had, and I think you and I we spoke about this, where you had guys who would never even consider Marshall or Tulane or University of Houston or SMU because they're 3, 4, 5-star guys. But two things are going to happen. Number one, you're going to have a lot more 3-stars that might be a little bit smaller than prototypical size.
Right.
Let's say that 6'2" D end, or that running back who's 5'8", who really might consider being like, you know what, from the jump, let me go to Cincinnati. From the jump, let me go to Arizona or Tulane, SMU, because number one, I want to make sure that I'm there for 4 years, and my scholarship is always renewed.
Right.
That's number one. But on the other side of that, we're gonna have guys like Mark Pope, who are 5-star guys, who go to a Texas A&M. Right? We're seeing what's happening with Texas A&M. All those 5-stars they got are like, man, I ain't see the field. I ain't see the field. So what am I doing here? I'm
Right.
trying to get to the league in 3 years. And guess
Right.
what? They may not land at USC. They may not land at Alabama. They may not be able to land at even Auburn, because they might look at the Auburn roster and be like, it's 12 D tackles over there. They,
Right.
they might they might look at Florida and be like, it's 90 tackles over there. Okay, let me go over here to, you know, Colorado with Dion, or let me go over here to Utah or BYU, um, or let me go over here to Appalachian State, where I talked to the coach and he said, "Shoot, I'll start the minute I get off the plane."
Right.
So that's gonna happen. And what's gonna stink is then Miami plays App State, and they got a D tackle in the DN that's a former 4-star.
Right.
So that kind of almost bit us with that Bethune-Cookman game with that quarterback. We were like, "Who is that?"
That boy was balling, wasn't he?
Yep.
I see Chris Young in rare form today. That boy on fire today, huh? He in rare
Yep.
form. I see him. He in rare form today. I said he on fire today. Who else need to be on the shirt, dog?
Don't even say it. You know, if they said Ponce need to be on the shirt, you know who next.
Who next?
You know they gonna say Gaddis, and might as well throw Steel on the shirt too, right?
Yes, for sure. Whew. Whew. Tyler Gaddis.
I think the staff stays intact, man, for the most part, unless somebody gets hired somewhere else.
The coaching staff?
Yeah, man. What you think?
Nobody ain't moved yet. You see people getting hired. I told you, I believe that Mario believes that the offensive line wasn't good enough for anybody to succeed. I think when it comes to Steel, I believe this year was just a wash for everybody, just like it was a wash for Mario. I think that's how we kind of look at it. Now, if somebody on the field or somebody in the locker room is not a good fit personality wise, I feel they should have to go. You know what I'm saying? Like if they don't mess with the kids or they not driving, yeah, I feel they should have to go. But for most part, I mean, nobody's moving.
Right.
People got fired. People got fired right after the season, right? Like in other schools. Some during the season. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. So for the most part, it looks like Coach Kane said no. Where we at on likes, dog? Yeah, for the most part, it looked like the staff is intact, and I know a lot of people have some people will steal, some people Gaddis,
Kevin Smith.
My right, and rightfully so. Now I don't know about position coaches. I'm just talking about the two big ones, and rightfully so. There was some stats this year were like, whoa. I get it, but at the same time, we all saw Josh Gaddis coaching the college football playoffs, bro.
We did, and we saw Michigan last week running the same offense.
Yeah, right. We saw him coaching the college football playoffs. Could he still be learning? Yeah, I don't think he's been the OC that long. He could be. Did Mario sign up for that? Yep, he did. Once again, I keep telling y'all, he goes back to Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes back to Mario. When they try to find out where a fire started at, they don't just stop in the middle of the fire and be like, oh, here goes some lighter fluid right here. And the fire started way over there. No, they go back to where the fire started at.
Right. That's true. And I do have to say though, man, you look at that Michigan offense versus in the Big Ten championship game, and you kind of looking at a blueprint of what a power spread looks like. I mean, they basically dominated at in the trenches. I mean, dominated.
Right.
And that's what we're looking to get to. It was. I mean, those linemen were doing whatever they wanted to do to their opponent. So we got to get guys like that, train them up, get guys from the portal. Which, by the way, we saw the two linemen from Bama jump in the portal. One of them had significant playing time. We just interviewed a lineman. There's another guy who comes from a really small school that everybody's high on. Of course, we have our linemen that are coming into the 2023 class. But outside of that, man, who are we gonna replace Jayalan Knighton with, and who are we gonna replace Romello with in the portal?
Nobody knows.
So of course, well, I'm this is just me being biased, but Seven McGee at Oregon, I thought he was a receiver. at first.
He's a little bit. He's a little. Yeah, he's a little bit of kick returner, receiver. He got the stature. He could come out the backfield with some stuff. He's a receiver. Why?
I'm just saying, and once again, this is not like breaking news that we're confirming as Footballville. This is just Richard being a fan saying, you know, Seven used to be at Oregon. He knows Mario. Would that be like a even swap for somebody like a Jayalan Knighton?
No. not right now. You know what I'm saying? Seven McGee doesn't have the stats of Jaylan. He hasn't done as much as Jayalan Knighton done, but I think he's more of a Jayalan Knighton was more of a running back. I think Seven McGee's more of a wide receiver. But no, that wouldn't be even. Seven McGee may have the potential. Jayalan Knighton has actually got missing and got you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. Listen, 1,000 kids in the portal in 24 hours, bro. Everything is out there that you need. You just gotta go get it. I mean, everything is out there. Now I see somebody saying Gaddis don't have. See, this is the argument that I hate right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got 134 rich, 279. We still ain't at 70%.
Yeah, we still ain't there.
Trying to get 70% likes. And we'll open up the chat for everybody. If you're looking at us on Twitter and Facebook, come on over. Come on over to YouTube. Somebody said Gaddis doesn't have Jim. Harbaugh to help him.
Yeah, but we got Mario Cristobal and we got the O-line coach.
Well, that's what he's saying is that we said we saw him go to the college playoff. He's saying, well, he ain't got Jim Harbaugh helping him. Dog, it's weird to me that I mean, it's always looked at that way. It's always looked at like, well, he couldn't have did that by himself. He had to have help from the light-skinned guy. Because it's never the other way around. You know what I'm saying? True. Never. It's never the other way around. What I'm saying is this. Jim Harbaugh was there when the offense was horrible, wasn't he? Did he take a hiatus or something?
Yeah, that's to my knowledge. I think the offense wasn't that good before he got there.
And they wanted him fired. Right?
Yeah.
Right. Just got to save his job. Yep. Okay. Going too far. But what I'm saying is, though, listen, talk to me. Why is it always like that? It's never the other way around. It's always the light-skinned guy had to help the dark-skinned guy, because the dark-skinned guy couldn't have done it by night. Oh, last year they were bad. Oh, the dark-skinned guy did that.
Well, the one thing that they had to do, the one thing that Michigan had to do is, and it's Michigan, and we're not Michigan fans, but Michigan had to recruit certain pieces of the puzzle to make the pie that they have today. Number one, they had to get, the linemen that they wanted. Number two, you saw them come down to Florida. Remember, they got, what's his name? Devin Bush and all those guys. They had to get different types of skill guys that they needed. And then the final piece was the quarterback battle, which was McCarthy and I forget the other guy's name. And I forget the other quarterback's name. Slips my mind right now. But
McNamara,
there you go. So that was the final piece. And we're doing the same thing. How many years did it take for Michigan to look the way they look? 4 years? 5 years?
Right.
So hopefully we don't take that long, but just saying.
Gabby say, how long was Gaddis at Michigan?
2 or 3.
KB, about to bring KB in here. 2 or 3 years. So this was last year. KB, what's going on, bro?
What's good? What's good?
Yo.
This was what's going on. This was last year. JJ McCarthy threw for this year. JJ McCarthy threw for 2,300 yards, right? Let me see if I can just see the total. The leading rusher had 1,463. Let me see if I can just get the total offense for Michigan. Team. Here we go. Boom. Right there in my face. So this year they averaged 40 points per game. Total points 521. I don't know. How do you measure offense? Total points per game. That's what we want to go off of. Total points 521.
Average points per game, I would say.
Average points per game. Well, I guess that's it. 40. I guess 40. 2021. That was 2022. 2021. It says 35. 2020, they averaged 28 points a game. They scored a total 170 points. Gaddison, and Harbaugh was there, right?
Yeah.
Together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then the next year they improved, and everybody say Harbaugh had to help him. Why the fuck Harbaugh ain't help him last year?
Right.
Okay. Go back further. I don't know.
Somebody said sounds like
how
us.
many years?
3 years.
He was there for 3 years. I mean, bro, it's like, I mean, yeah, Harbaugh helped him. Harbaugh sat and watched him the first year. Then Harbaugh stepped in the second year. But they wanted Harbaugh fired in Michigan, bro. I remember that.
Yep.
KB, what's going on, bro?
Chilling, bro. Trying to catch up.
Nah, we just shooting it, man. You know how we got on Gaddis, man. It was when we were talking about Romello Brinson. Breaking news: Romello Brinson jumps in the portal. I saw you in the group, man. Yeah, dog. While we was live, man, young Mello, man.
Okay.
I got to get some of these Miami kids on here to talk. That's in the portal.
I was just about to say that.
I saw you on there talking, KB, in the group me in a group meal, saying that, hey man, it can't just be on the kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that ain't all on. It's not all on the kids. Now, y'all, as soon as the kids jump in the portal, they don't want to compete and all that stuff that they say.
Mm-hmm.
What were you talking about? Like what were you saying?
I think that's they were just talking about like the same thing, like talking about the kids, and I'm just like, bro, y'all can't just keep on just finger pointing at the kids for the season, for the transfer and all that stuff, bro. It's impossible, bro. Tell me you got 85 scholarships and 70, 80 of your kids ain't worth a damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, come on, man. That doesn't make any sense, bro.
You say 70, 80%?
No, I didn't say percent. I said number-wise, 78 of those kids, because they only going to call out about 5 or 6 kids that they feel doing anything or deserve to be here. And I'm just like, so what do you say when productive kids leave? Oh, that's different. Like, man, come on, man.
Darryl Jackson left.
Right. We have, and for whatever you think of Knighton was a productive kid. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he fumbled, but he was productive. So, like, no, it's not all. We understand it ain't all peaches and cream and all that kind of stuff, but it's not just the kids. But what it is, they look at the kids when they don't perform the way they want them to perform. Then it's the kids. Like, all right.
Right. Man, we predicted this. And really, the Caneville show at Lorna's. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, really, what I was just trying to say is like it's both parties. Like, and I'm just telling people, like, bro, y'all look around and sometimes like think. Don't just automatically think because a kid is leaving, it's all the kids. Like, y'all gotta think. Like Scarbreeze just said, he said it's always been the coaches until Mario and the crew got here. And it's like y'all can't give these coaches all the leeway and all the benefit of the doubt that they perfect or they the professionals. No, they human too. Some of them are shitty coaches, some of them are shitty people. That's just how it is.
Right.
Mm.
Right. I just think it falls somewhere in between you watching something change. And if you don't have the type of mind, you're just a novice fan and you're not really paying attention to what's going on, this is going to confuse you. But you're watching college football change. We've been screaming this since we were at Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? I could see it. I was saying, oh boy, listen, free agency is coming. And high school recruiting is going to be on the back burner. I've been saying that for a long time.
Yep.
1,000 kids jumped in the portal, some for just NIL reasons.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at new college football. Unless somebody slow it down, it's going to be the wild, wild west.
I don't think the question is someone slowing it down. I think the question is more so teams adapting. Like teams really going to have to adapt to the new wave of college football. Like you're going to have a guy like we have Alonzo Highsmith, who follows this, the process of selecting the right talent for your team, like a general manager. You're going to need that, just like the NFL has one,
right?
Who just focuses on player personnel.
Is it just one person, boy? Golly, like it might have to be a couple.
You're right. It's gonna turn into a whole division, like just,
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Jackson say, when does it fall on the kids?
It fall on the kids every day. That's all y'all talk about. My point was it goes both ways. It's both of them. It's not just one or the other.
We opening up the chat, man. We opening up the chat. What'd you say, dog? It falls on the kids every day.
Yeah, that's every day. Y'all be dragging the kids through the mud every single day. But my point is, it's both of them. It's both. It's not just one or the other. It's both.
If Rooster or Melo ends up at Florida State, how would y'all feel? In the chat, KB Street.
Rooster was committed.
I wouldn't. Yeah, he was. I wouldn't feel no type of way. Like, go do your thing, bro. I wouldn't feel no type of way.
Rooster or who?
Melo.
Nah, I mean they got to get how they live. I mean, yeah, at this point, bro, they got to survive. I mean, they play football all their life. That's what they know how to do. Yeah, at this point, they got to. It don't matter where it happened at. I hope they go big fish, little pond. That's what I hope. I hope they go somewhere that needs them. That have to put them on the field.
I just want them to produce. Wherever you go, I just want you to produce. Be good, bro. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, at this point, it's not a game. I mean, shit just got real for him. To be honest with you, heard Lavel talking. Lavel, like, man, you leaving the school, you ain't graduated yet, man. It's like, yeah, you heard him talking. And that's coming from a kid. He was talking about leaving school, not having any film. He was talking about all of that.
I missed that part. I was out buying a Christmas tree, but he's right though. Some of these kids, so like even in the situation of like Melo, Melo's one of my favorite players. I don't know how smart it was for him to jump in the portal. Like only he knows, if the writing's on the wall or whatever, if he's gonna get a proper opportunity. But it's kind of like, where do you go? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you're gonna have to probably go down a notch, but it's hard to see you at, like, say, a Florida State, because they're gonna be like, man, all these productive receivers out here, bro, you ain't even hit the field, whether it's your fault or not. Why am I wasting a scholarship on you? And we see how this free agency is gonna be every year. So scholarships are gonna be valuable. because you're never going to know who's in the portal. And so you're going to want to save scholarships for the portal. So it's like a kid like you, Thad, or, like where you going? You know what I'm saying? But the situation may be that dire for them that they know that, or they may feel that, man, these coaches they ain't rocking with me. They're not going to give me the proper opportunity, whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? Only they know that. But just from the situation that it's in, it's like, bro, you guys are young. You guys at a D1 school. You had a program that's actually, back in the football program. You really think it's better out there? I mean, as far as your Power 5 experience, this might be the only Power 5 experience you get. But like Streeter said, now you're going to have to, are you humble enough to humble yourself and go down to a Division III or HBCU?
Right. Right. If y'all just getting here, man, I know them cursive words on them dang on. I'd like to thank you, my college and all the cursive signing down there don't help anybody. But Romello Brisson jumped in the portal about maybe 30 minutes ago. That's who that is up on the screen. And I don't think that's it. When names are gonna start coming into the fold. These kids, I'm sure these kids are all the kids I spoke to a couple of them. All of them have a few options. They even gonna take visits. So you might have about 30 people on your team before you start adding kids. Is anybody keeping count of the total of how many kids on the team, dog? Like what talk to me, man.
It's 10 that we know are graduating or going to the draft. We saw DJ Ivy declare that, which he might have had a year left. So that probably makes 11. And then we had, I think we may have like 10 or 11 that already declared that they hit in the portal. So that's 20 kids right there.
And then I'm sure it may be a couple of kids just gone. Like Packy, who left like that in the middle of the night? Was it Packy? Who just disappeared?
We just ain't hear from Packy no more. We don't stop hearing from him.
So Jordan Miller left.
And that's crazy because a one tech spot just opened up, and he leaving. I don't know, man. I mean, again, I know Miami's helping these kids with getting landing spots. At least that's what I've read, and I hope that's true. Judging by Mario's character, I would think that's true. So that's cool. Like I said, I hope they all land somewhere good, and I hope they ball or whatever. But some of it, I just don't know. And I'm not saying this from a fan's perspective. Some of them, I just don't know if those were wise decisions or if they made any sense, really. Like, I don't.
Right. Somebody says 9,000 kids in the portal. I don't think it's 9,000. I think it's 9,000 kids cumulative since the portal started. I think it's like 3,000 FB, huh?
Last year there was 8,000 plus kids in the portal when it was all said and done. So we might have, it might be like maybe 2,000 or 3,000 in the portal. Maybe I don't know if it's 9,000 yet.
Well, I'm looking at this. How many players in the portal 36 minutes ago? Given that more than 3,000 FBS players entered the transfer portal during 21 to 22 cycle, the season's addition should be wild considering the NIL rights. I got the thing right here. I'll read it right here. Yeah, I don't think it's Rich. We did this the other day, didn't we, Rich? You was right, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, no. Okay, so in 19 to 20 academic cycle, 4,700 kids prospects entered the portal, and 1,788 found homes, 38%. In 2021 academic cycle, damn, so it just kept going up, huh?
Kept going up.
6,250 kids entered the portal, 2,500 found homes, 41%. In 2022 academic cycle, 8,210 football prospects entered the portal, and 3,332 found a new home. 41%. In the last 3 years, damn, Rich, you right again. The last 3 years, 19,217 football prospects entered the portal, and only 7,600 found homes. Can we make a billboard or something with that goddamn number on it? Because all these kids that are dying in the portal, like, you don't hear nothing from them. Like, Jay ain't no supposed to be like, I died in the portal 2000. You don't hear nothing from them. You know what I'm saying? They like the girls from high school that was really loose. Like, where did they go? You know what I'm saying? Like, can't find them. So 19,000 kids and 7,000 found homes since the portal opened.
Somebody say you need to put them on back of milk cartons. Have you seen this receiver?
Tell them.
Yeah, bro. It's like they just go away. Hey, go sign up, go get a job at Google somewhere. Never hand their clicks up, and you don't hear from them again. RIP in the portal.
I would agree with that. Some Lewis Dunn said 30 for 30, lost in the portal coming soon. I agree with that.
What if I told you there was no transfer portal? No way out. Bro, I think I said this the other day. I think I put it in the group me. I did put it in the group me. I was saying a lot of these kids die in the portal because of their ignorance. I don't want to use such a strong word, but I will. Because when you get there and certain X amount of time goes by, ain't nobody picked you up and gave you a call. It's time to humble yourself. And okay, I gotta go D2. I gotta go D3. I gotta go NAIA. I gotta go HBCU. There's somewhere, if you left a P5, there's somewhere for you to play. Your problem is you keep remembering that you were a 4-star kid a year or two ago when you was coming out of high school and you was getting these calls from 5, 6, 7, 8 different P5s. You ain't that no more. You old news now. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have to humble yourself. Go play, get you some tape, maybe go to Canada, XFL, and work your way to the NFL or just whatever. You may realize that, okay, you're not good enough for the next, whatever it may be. If you really want to play, you can't just sit there and hold on to what you had because you either should have stayed or, recognize what you could or couldn't do.
I got one for you. If they are, going to be doing things outside of football, you could, if you get in a program where you can get recruited by the FAA, because you can only between however old they are now till 28 years old is the only time that you could apply to certain positions at the FAA. That's the Federal Aviation and Aeronautics, something like that. It's basically a government job, and that's one of them 20-30 year jobs. So that's something to think about. You'll be making 6 figures in a couple of years. You'll be landing planes and stuff like that.
But you can just hang around football. You know what I'm saying? Like Rich and his boys do at Clemson. I know when Rich get finished with football, but he going back to Clemson. So the same way they do them boys at Clemson, you can hang around enough and become a GA. You know what I'm saying? Or become something. You know what I mean? You ain't got to necessarily leave the game. Like what Rich is telling you is, yeah, that's a great option. But some of you guys want to still be stuck on the game. Okay, cool. You can work around football. Like Tomlin. Tomlin said what drove him to becoming a great coach is because he didn't flourish as a football player. He said he just couldn't let that go. He said he just never became what he thought he could become. And so he became a coach instead. Now look at him. It's the same way. There's so many different things you can be doing. You could be doing production, you know what I'm saying, around the football team or whatever. You could be you could be a trainer. Trainers make great money. I ain't talking about the girls. I'm talking about the real trainers, athletic trainers. There's so many things around football that y'all could be doing, bro. Y'all don't have to just. But it's better if you're at that P5 because you're not going to be able to go to a lower level and they're going to have all these spots for you. they don't have the money and all that kind of stuff, bro. But you know, at UM, you can take on one of those roles or whatever. So yeah, man,
True.
these kids need some better advisors, bro, around them.
I think a lot of it be emotional though, bro. I think a lot of it just yeah, a lot of it be emotional. Like, oh man, you tried me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and boom, they out. I think that's what a lot of it be. What y'all looking at is 100 University of Miami proposes 100 million football operations center. 100 million. Let me see. This is from Southwest Business Journal, and they ain't gonna let us read nothing until we subscribe. So we just look at the pictures. So we just look at the pictures.
They say Rich, they told Street he got to become a villain to read.
They got to show me more than this. They got to be more than this in there, huh? They got to be more than this in there. They got to be telling me Gaddis coming back. They got to be telling me all type of stuff. So we have to be more than this.
If you just type in if you type in that title and then put images in Google, I think you'll be able to pull them up. Just the images.
You got them right here.
Oh, okay, cool.
Streeter, who was that? I can't remember. It was one of the guests or something. Somebody was, because he was just talking about it being emotional, and I forgot who we was talking to. It might have been a Twitter space. It might have been on here, but somebody was saying they called home and was like they was ready to leave or cleared or something like that, and their mama like asked them like two questions, and then it was like, well, you ain't coming back here or something like that or whatever. That's what you need. That's why I say you need advisors, and fathers are important. So 'cause when you be emotional like that, you need somebody to tell you, somebody to check you, and not check you by asking you, but just telling you, hey, look, I don't want to hear all that. Don't call me with all that. You know what I'm saying? Going in with, you know what I mean? That's what they need around them.
Who was that?
I cannot remember.
I said they couldn't call their mama. Like, man, I can't call my
They
mama.
called and then she said something like real slick and kind of just like hung up the phone or something. And they couldn't. That was it. I forgot who it was, man.
That wasn't Warren Sapp, was it?
I can't remember. God, I can't remember. It was.
I forgot who that was.
But yeah, that's what fathers are for, because that's what parents are for. They see the emotion through you, and they also have been there, done that in different ways, and so they know when to tell you, like, boy, you shut up and go back out there, and
Right. Yeah. We ain't finna be sending you around. But this is Barry, the point guard for North Carolina, when he gave his speech.
People love to hit game winners when it's like that. Man, but I'm gonna tell you though, it's great playing in front of you guys. I mean, I've enjoyed it so much. I never told Coach coaching staff that I wasn't getting enough playing time, and now this is sport. This changed my whole career here. And I get to my room, and Theo can tell him I was crying. I was myself, this might not be for me. I was calling my parents saying, Mom and Dad, I don't know what to do. And my parents did a great job of telling me, you know what? Just stop trying to blame it on the coaching staff and look at yourself. What do you give the coaches confidence to put you out on the court? That changed my whole entire career here.
Mama told him that.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Williams, I don't know why you took a chance on me, but you did. And it changed. My mom, we used to watch Sean May and all those guys play, and she told me that one day you're going to be playing for Coach Williams. And at that time, I mean, I didn't think that was true, but next thing you know, I just started putting in the time and the work. And which, when coach called me, it changed my whole entire life. And I knew once he gave me that scholarship. And so I just want to take this time to thank my beautiful fiance, Kelsey.
You on mute, Street.
Oh yeah, I just remember when he gave that speech, and I never forgot it. When his mama said, "Look in the mirror. What could we do? What are we doing wrong first? You know what I'm saying? What are we doing wrong? What could we do better to give them confidence in you? If you're at that point, like some kids, they burn the bridges. But if you're at that point where coach like it's just starting, and you need to look back to day one to the things coach was asking you to do. Look around in a room. Who's succeeding? Like who's doing well amongst the goddamn dumpster fire? Who's actually doing well? What are they doing? You know what I'm saying? What are they doing? Maybe I need to follow them. And it's I think it's a lot of times when you're that good at something, I think it's hard to look at somebody else and say, "Oh, I'm gonna do it like Cam doing it. I'm gonna do it like Mallory doing it, other than blocking. Or, I'm gonna do it like." You know what I'm saying? I think when you're that good, it's hard to look at that way. But I mean, if you can't tell, listen, man. If you can't tell, listen. Send this to somebody who need it. It is a game. It's a game that gets played in college, and it's more than just I can run fast and I can tackle people. It's you got guys that aren't from where you from, coaches that aren't from where you from, coaches that don't see the game the way you see the game. You got to win them over. You got to win their confidence. They got to be able to trust you. And it's not about just, I could run fast and I could get there fast. Willie Williams was able to run fast and get there fast. For some reason, Randy wouldn't put him in the game. You got to learn that other part.
Randy was
on some bullshit. You got to learn the other part, dog. You have to learn the other part, dog. You have to learn the game. You got to stay behind. Extra reps. Same thing in school. Make the teacher think you care. Sit in front of the class. Ask her questions. Stay after class and ask her something. Just make her think you care. Make her think you care. Just don't look like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
No, you didn't have to do that in youth football. Coach came to pick you up. He liked your mama. You was really good. He brought you shoes. No, you didn't do that in high school. Coach came from Homestead, picked you up, brought you all the way down to the city because you was really good. You didn't have. No, you didn't. But you're in a different space now. College football. It's different. Yeah, and you're gonna have to do different things to stand out. I tell the KJ Osborne story 1,001 times. I even spoke to Huff about it. Huff said he sat there and watched it happen too. I said, well, Huff, you saw it happen. Why didn't you? And from a kid's standpoint, it's like it doesn't click.
It don't click.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just like being a student. Like you know you're getting bad grades, but you still don't want to schedule time with your professor to see if you can just get some extra credit just because you went and scheduled time to speak with them.
Right.
And this is why we call them kids. Like people they was saying something back and forth earlier, talking about stop calling them kids. No, I'm gonna keep calling them kids. That's why we call them kids, because they think like kids. They just coming out of high school, bro, and that's why. So you try not to rag on them too much because you got to understand the level of thinking that they're doing, the level of emotional intelligence that they're on, and you're trying to groom them and help them grow. But you have to take that into consideration. That's why they need advisors. So the things that we're saying. We're grown men. We don't see this stuff. We understand how it goes. I had a dude at my high school. All he used to do was dive for the ball when somebody threw it. And I'm just like, bro, come on. It's all he would do. All he would do. And coach would be clapping it up. It took him like half the season for them to finally like realize that, hey, bro, come on, man, stop that. Like you just dive for balls that people have to dive for. Like it was just. But that first half of the season, it got him. Oh, get him in. Let me get some reps in these. Like, bro, like, oh man. But it's a game, like Streeter say. It's a part of the game. You have to know how to play it, bro.
It's a game, dog. It is definitely a game. You're trying to relate to somebody that don't really relate. A lot of times the relatability not there. Sometimes it's there, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of times they come from different stuff. They've seen different things. Listen, man, you might be talking to a coach that's seen Barry Sanders play, Kevin Steele. You think you good. He saw Barry Sanders. Just think about that for a second.
That's true.
So you think you good? You run around here, chest poked out, and the motherfucker saw Barry Sanders. You know what I'm saying? Play first time he touched the ball in practice. Say, man, went 40-yard touchdown. Yeah, bro, we gotta wake up. We gotta wake up and not even wake up. Just understand that you're on a different level. Different things have to happen in order for you to be successful. Shout out to Willie Boston with the $50, man. We appreciate you, Willie. Shout out to Willie. Willie just sent 50. He don't even say nothing. He just throw it up like dude do in the club. Just throw it up and walk out the door.
Walk out the door.
You walk out the door. I remember one time my homeboy say, man, we were talking about how athletes go broke. He said, man, you know how athletes go broke? I was once at dinner. All of us was at dinner. We was in the NFL. All of us was at dinner. And the bill was like $21,000. And I ain't gonna say the dude's name, man. Oh, fuck it. He ain't in the league no more. I ain't gonna say his name. All right, he say, fuck it, it don't matter. He saw Braylon that was take a $21,000 check, sign it without even looking at it. He said he looked at the check like, God damn. That's how it happens. I mean, the rich people I know, they negotiate with my broke ass for $5.
I tell people that all the time, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, dog. They turn to a different person to start talking about money.
Yeah, and they brag too. They be like, yeah, I got this, man. I got this on discount. I got, they brag. We be down here be trying to brag on how much it did cost. They try to brag on how much it didn't cost. Yeah, man, I got this new such and such boat, man. It's $40,000. It's $400,000, man. But man, I talked this guy down to $250,000, man. He gonna be a billionaire. How about he don't talk somebody down to $250,000 yacht? Like, come on, man. They do it the right way. And that's why they rich.
Yeah. They pay attention to their money. New King God said, what y'all think about Uncle Luke saying Mario won't get kids from Chaminade because Thad and Knighton going to the portal? I think we talked about this in the I think we had a meeting about this. Because Thad and Knighton going to the portal.
I think he made a mistake. He must have meant just that, not Knighton. Knighton was from Deerfield.
Well, yeah. I guess they saying because Deerfield head coach is where? At Chaminade.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, my fault. I guess that's what he meant then.
Fife is at Chaminade with him.
Oh, okay.
This is what I know, and this is what I'm gonna say. I know Damien wants his kids to be treated right. Not giving anything. Just don't treat them like they don't exist. When they get bad. I know that for a fact. If Luke feels like that, Luke must be spoken to somebody. Luke know Damien. Luke know Fife, I'm sure. But I know that for a fact. I know Damien wants the kids to be treated right, and rightfully so. I mean, but we've had a lot of Chaminade kids down here, right? Yeah, Couch. There's a lot of kids in there, huh? Keontra left though. He's another Chaminade kid. Yeah, I mean.
Well, you said it before, Street. You said it before. It's recruiting. Well, two things. Number one, it's recruiting, and number two, like we're not gonna go into this, but we're not that strong. You know, somebody come in there and say you something sweet, you still gonna go for it. You know what I'm saying? These parents still gonna go for it. But somebody not wanting their kids to go to a certain school because of mistreatment, y'all have to look at that in the proper context. That's right. If you're a coach, are you going to be sending your kid to somewhere where you think the coaches are a-holes or they don't talk to your kids and all that? That's what I be saying. Like, everybody always want to give the coaching staff the benefit of the doubt, but when they do something wrong, there's nothing wrong with pointing it out or calling it out. Yeah, it's great Mario going to recruit everywhere, but that still is a key school, and you need to treat the kids right. That doesn't mean, oh, they get automatic playing time or nothing like that, but you don't ignore kids, stop talking to them, and stupid shit like that. And I'm sure that's not Mario. It's probably some position coaches or something like that, but that's not something that's supposed to go on. So you tell these head coaches, hey man, I'm gonna send you my kids, but you got to look out for them, bro. Make sure they're treated properly. If you want them to leave, that's fine. Go ahead and say that, but don't be giving my kids the cold shoulder and having them confused and not understand what's going on.
Right. Yeah. So I know that for a fact. I mean, y'all know Luke gonna tell it how he see it. I mean, so that's on Luke. Maybe Luke talk to somebody. I can see how it could make it difficult. I can see how it could make it a challenge. But I believe Miami knows that too. I'm just saying this. I mean, if Miami feels the kids aren't good enough or on a level of talent to stay here, then I hope they bringing in some goddamn studs. If they can identify that and say, "Hey, listen, he ain't good enough to be here," yeah, I hope they know. I hope they bringing in some studs. I hope they know what they're doing.
I hope so too. And this is one of those things where you definitely have to don't let tempers flare. So it's very fluid. If college football is a business, I'm not for young men being treated wrong, kids, however you want to say it. Mm-hmm. I'm not for that. However, you got to remember that if you are not being productive, that football is not guaranteed for nobody. It's not guaranteed. So just make sure that you understand that there could be you should not sever relationships, in my opinion, because you had one kid who didn't make it or had a fallout with the staff. I would say it would be better to build a bridge with the staff where you find that kid a place to go. That way you are always in the loop as coaches.
Right.
But because that's going to happen. You can't, on both sides, you can't be faint of heart about a kid not panning out at that particular school. Because Chaminade has tryouts.
Go ahead.
I'm assuming.
You and these dramatic pauses.
Yeah, my bad. Real quick, Chaminade has tryouts. I'm assuming, and you might have a kid who don't really start at Chaminade, who decide to go to American Heritage or somewhere else, and gets more playing time. Doesn't mean that you're a bad coach because your system didn't call for that particular kid's skill set. I digress. I'm good.
All right, man. Let's get up out of here, bro.
You're good, man.
Yeah, wet rag tonight. Listen, man. Y'all got something else y'all want to say before y'all get out of here, man? The transfer report: 1,000 kids in 24 hours. If I was a high school kid and I'm running around talking about I'm gonna wait to commit on signing day. Wait to commit on signing day, right? If I was a high school kid watching this, you see Bane push his signing day up, I will get my ass in a seat.
Right.
This thing is changing real time, and even I think he pushed it up to 16th or something like that. This thing is changing real time. This thing is changing at real time. Maybe even some of the colleges are looking at it like, whoa, there's more kids out here than we thought. If I was a high school kid, I will get my ass in a seat.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Fast. Where y'all want me at, Mazel? Huh? Y'all want me to stand over here? Over there. Really fast.
Yeah,
right,
stop
man.
all that playing. Y'all ain't finna be hold. All right, y'all.
Yo. All right, Rich. Listen, real talk. I make it happen really fast. If you just getting here, man, we interviewed Mr. Lavel Dumont, Kent, offensive lineman. I think he say 320, 6'4", 320. We interviewed him at the beginning, man. The kid already got his grad. Already graduated. He in the transfer portal. Y'all scroll back and go check that out. Real talk, y'all high school kids. Shout out to Corey Chancellor, man. Say shout out to X. Gas ain't cheap. Shout out to X. Gas ain't cheap. That's what's up, man. Gas ain't cheap, man. We be getting a lot of this off the muscle. Real talk, man. If you're a high school kid and you're sitting there playing around with committing, I will get in the seat. Really. Forward it, clip this part, forward it, send it to somebody that need to hear it. This thing is changing real time. That's a lot of kids in the portal with college film, bro. 785-9499 or click the link at the top, man. If you want to get down with IOD Squad, we got one-on-ones. We're bringing credit to the IOD Squad. That'll be in play this week. Credit consulting. Found pretty good at it. That'll be in play this week. And they're gonna start asking questions like, can they take everything off? Can it take off school loans? Can it take off? What else be asking they take off? Can they take off? Can they take off? I owe money at the jail. I stole commissary. Can it take off my commissary? Listen, bro, it's all laws and everything, man. I mean, the people, it's all laws and everything. So at this point, like anything could be, if it's not right on your credit report, removed. So listen, we're gonna get up out of here. That'll be added to IOD Squad, and we'll let y'all know. If you want to join and become a member and be a football villain, the join button so you next to subscribe. It's inside the description down there. I'm D, man. Don't put off tomorrow. Something you could do today. The rest of your life can be seconds away. I'm out of here.